everyone, it's Mark, back for week 8, summer in Indiana. So this week, just a really quick recap. Still plugging away at the CA programming guide. Hopefully that should be done in the next couple of weeks. Everyone's working on their part, so at this point it's just a matter of time before everything's put together. We can actually sit down and look at a full draft of what we have so far. We'll have some time before CA training to look things over, to see if we missed anything, see if we need to take anything away, edit some things, all that good stuff. And the social justice programming guide is also coming along. Just about all my programs are done and put on paper, so actually I'm putting together the logistical part of it as far as like the title page, table of contents, the different dividing sections and all that kind of stuff. So it's coming along very well, and so hopefully in the next couple weeks or so I can hold up a somewhat finished or all the way finished product so you can physically see what I've been working on this summer so far. It'd be really exciting. So yeah, there's that. And also this week, the other intern and I got to have lunch with Dr. Ruth Garvey-Nix, who is the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs here at Indiana University Southeast. We had a nice lunch meeting with her, and we just talked about all different kinds of things, starting from her career timeline, where she's been. She's been to places like Southern Mississippi. She's been at a very small Catholic affiliated school in Kentucky, and now she's here at Indiana University Southeast. So we just kind of talked about like how her career evolved and kind of the experiences that she's had. She started out in Res Life, Res Life, and then just kind of like moved on and kind of moved up, and now she's a Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs here at IUS. And we also got to talking a lot about student issues on campus. We spent a considerable amount of time talking about free speech. She's talking about a Christian group who came to campus and just were expressing some views, and a lot of students were, kind of upset, and they were wondering, hey, what can we do? They're allowed to stand out there and say what they want to say, and so she let them know, like, you can do the same thing, because they asked her, hey, can you go out with our signs that say, love and peace and all that kind of stuff? And she said, sure. And so she was talking about just the different learning experiences that students had when it came to issues of free speech. And so then I was just sharing with her some of the things we talked about in our classes about free speech zones and what you can control for, and like how at public schools, the whole issue of a free speech zone, and the idea that, at a public school, technically the entire campus is a free speech zone, but then, what do you do if someone's saying things that are potentially offensive, could hurt some students, could get people all riled up? How do you handle that? How do you navigate that? So we were just kind of talking about that and getting her experience around that issue and how she's dealt with it in the past. So it was really good to talk through those issues and just share the kind of things we talked about in class around free speech and social justice and things like that. We also talked about the cyber incidents and like social networking incidents that can happen in students' lives. And I brought up the example we talked about, and I think it was food class. I want to say it was food class, where we looked at, or it might have been, I forget whose class it was. Anyway, when we talked about that one of those websites, like a Juicy Campus type website, where someone had said something about black students in the hub, and we talked about what would we do, how would we respond to that, and so just talking about those things with a professional who's been in the field for a while and who's also been at different types of institutions. It was really good just to hear her input and just share the stories and the examples that we talked about in our classes, and things that don't like Penn State, just to kind of swap stories and learn from each other. I definitely learned a lot from her as far as like how she responds to different situations, and consulting, the legal side of it, looking at higher ed law, things like that, and just some of the things I shared with what some of the students at Penn State have done and how they express themselves. And she was, very open to hearing those things. She was very kind of impressed with some of the things we've been doing at Penn State that I told her about. So that was a pretty fruitful experience, pretty fruitful dialogue that we got to have. And so that has been pretty much the highlights of my week. And so next week, I can tell you, will probably be not very much to talk about, only because for more than half of the week, I'll be on vacation. So unless you want to hear about my vacation, I probably won't have much to talk about next week. So just fair warning about that coming up, because I'm only going to be at work 2.5 days or so next week. So won't really have that much to talk about in the next week to come. But I'll try and talk about something. Possibly my vacation. If you want to hear about my vacation, if that will count, then I can do it. But if not, maybe I'll just forego next week and, you can catch the reflection the week after. So, yeah, as always, I think I end all my videos like that. So, yeah. I like it. I think I'm going to stick with it. So, yeah, that's it. All right, that's it.